There you go, guys. So, welcome back to NZ Motor Outlaw Kustom. So I'm actually just going to go around to Mum and Dad's and polish the headlights in their camper. They just get a bit hazy, mainly around the top, just the design of them. And then we've had some quite bad weather a couple of days ago, and all the flood waters, I guess. And, you know, mainly just around the rivers and bits and pieces. Hasn't been like horrendous. No, but it's been bad enough that we basically couldn't travel across the province, state, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we're gonna go have a bit of a drive, check out the duck shooting hut, and a few things like that. Just have a bit of a look around, a bit of a poke around, and just check that out. And then also just turn this air conditioning off, and just a couple of things like that, because it's quite prone for flooding in that area when the rivers get really high. I know that the water treatment area near there was fully submerged, like underwater. So I know that town didn't have any water for a couple of days. Yeah, well, fresh water, drinking water. So yeah, we'll have a poke around and whatever, and just check things out. Mainly want to check the hunting, fishing camp out, just to make sure it hasn't had too much water through it, or just have a bit of a nosy. I'm guessing it's probably had water through it. It normally does, but it may not have. I'm just not sure how high it got up through there. So we'll have a bit of a nosy poke at that, just have a nosy and just check a few things out. And plus we got the young fella an entry level hobby RC the other day. So we haven't really sort of gone much away from the house to have a bit of a play with it. It's not super fast, it's a little 2S with a couple of small lipos in it, or whatever they are, like battery cells that you can plug in. And so yeah, it does about 30 kilometers an hour, maybe-ish. It says it does 35 on the box, but I don't know if it does. Maybe on a good day. But yeah, so it's brushless. Oh, it's not brushless, sorry, it's not brushless, but it can be upgraded. Can run on 3S, I think, if you understand all those bits and pieces, and a couple of things like that. So yeah, we'll have a bit of a poke around, but we'll polish these headlights first. Right, so we're here. I don't know if you can tell or not. And mainly, you can see through here, they're getting like that yellowy, chalky sort of look. It's not too bad, but we'll just give them a good go over. So we're going to bring them up, just get that yellow off them so they don't get worse, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I just went over that one again with the buffer. Just went over a bit faster. I found that I can hold the little thing on its first setting flat out. So I just went back over it with the wool pad and then the black pad and then the little creamy foam one with the wax on it, and just went over it again. This one just feels a little bit cleaner and a little bit glassier, so maybe another time I might just leave it for a few months and see how they hold up. I might come back around and do it again with a new bit of 600 instead of a worn piece, and just hit it a wee bit harder. But it's still good. It looks fine. It doesn't look any different. It just doesn't feel quite as nice underneath the hand, if you know. And this feels really clean. I just got it a bit better down this edge. It's mainly down here. It just feels a bit dirtier, if you know what I mean. It doesn't feel quite as clean and smooth, but it's alright. Yeah, it might have a wee bit of shit on this too, but hey, at least it's not yellow and starting to haze. Dad said they were really quite bad there at one point. Alright, we'll catch you later on.
retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's
Righty. So there's no water in the buckets. So it hasn't been over the buckets. And just looking at the door, the swell marks on the doors, there's a couple of mice floating around in there, but it's been in here, what would I say, 8-10 inches, I'd say. Should be right. If I'm over at the old long drop, so you can see where the tide's been to. So yeah, it was about a good 8 inches or thereabouts, might be slightly more that in the hut. Wasn't a lot more. But yeah. So you can see where the tide's been to. Put a bit of wood around as it dries out. We've thrown a lot of stuff that was around the hut just in a pile. Yeah, put a wee bit of firewood around. It clicked up at some point. It's not a lot here, but yeah, there's a few sticks and bits and pieces. Fuel burnt. I think the fire's still going at the moment. Just trying to dry it out. Didn't really get water in it, but it gets water down through the chimney now. Needs, top of the cap needs replaced, I think. Anyway, catch you later on. Righty, so we haven't cleaned up too much. We've picked up a lot of the bigger stuff. Not you can really sort of tell through here, but there was a lot of bigger sticks. So we picked a lot of them up. Well, Rachel's picked a lot of them up. A whole pile of stuff. Like quite a pile. Show you. We'll have to come down here with some leaf type rakes and rake up a bit of this stuff, mainly on the grass, so we can mow it properly. Otherwise we'll be getting sticks and shit and everything through it. Won't be too bad, it's mainly small stuff left now. But we picked up a whole pile of wood, driftwood from floods. So that's what we've mainly picked up. Rachel done probably 99% of it. But yeah, so we're just getting the hut cleaned up. Basically, just lit the fire, let that burn for a while, dry it out. I've let the taps run for the tank. That was very, very full. Not that it's a bad thing, but I just let it drop down, get rid of some water out of it, so get some more fresh stuff in, and just so it's not sitting there stagnant all the time. So yeah, we're just going to have a coffee and then we'll probably bugger off.